What is up, guys? Caveman Mining. Hope everyone is well, having a good day. Today is January 1st, 2024, and I want to wish everyone out there a happy, healthy new year. And on this video, guys, we're going to do sort of like a talking head video, a recap, a little bit of the crypto and mining landscape from 2023 and sort of what to expect and what my plans are for 2024. So if that sounds good to you guys, let's get into it right now. We'll see you in the computer upstairs in just a second.
Okay, guys, what I want to do is take a time machine back to September of 2022. And I want to go back to when Ethereum had completed the merge, ultimately ending the proof of work stage of GPU mining, going into the realm of proof of stake. The reason why I want to touch on this is that was done sort of towards the summer or the later parts of 2022, really setting the landscape and paving the road forward for 2023 in terms of GPU mining. The problem with the merge is that all the hash rate that we had from GPU miners really had nowhere to go. And you could see as Ethereum mining was happening, this is the network hash rate over time starting in 2017, and this thing ebbed and flows for quite some time. And as you could see, we hit the all-time high right before things started to get really dire in June of 2022, where we peaked at 1.23, or just call it 1.24 petahash, right? And then you could see we just fell off the cliff and hash rate was just gone, right, in September, October. And so that's a lot of hash rate, guys. That's a lot of hash rate to be spread out. And as I mentioned, there was not quite the price appreciation or price value in other coins and projects to where GPU mining could really survive. We'll catch up and explain how that's changed a bit towards the end of 2023, where we saw some positive results and impacts and price appreciation, hash rate, and new projects that popped up that have a promising result for GPU mining. Still on that time machine back in 2022, as it has ties into 2023 and really helped mold the landscape of value, trust, sentiment, sort of just the feeling of cryptocurrency in 2023. As you know, FTX had collapsed in 2022. CoinDesk published an article about Almeida's research balance sheet full of FTX's digital tokens. Binance announced it will sell off FTX tokens. Binance then agreed to acquire FTX. Binance then backed out. FTX filed for bankruptcy, and ultimately Sam Bankman-Fried resigned. Then we saw towards the end of 2022, really going into 2023, Sam Bankman-Fried was arrested in the Bahamas, and at the very end in December, the U.S. Security and Exchange Commission, the SEC, had charged Sam Bankman-Fried with fraud, ultimately resulting in the discovery of over $8 billion in customer funds that were essentially stolen. There was some funds that were recovered as of January 2023 in the sum of $5 billion in assets. It's still interesting to see if those funds actually made their way back into some of the investors' hands. In November 2nd of 2023, SBF was found guilty on 7 federal counts. He was convicted of the following: 2 counts of wire fraud and conspiracy, 2 counts of wire fraud, 1 count of conspiracy to commit money laundering, 1 count of conspiracy to commit commodities fraud, 1 count of conspiracy to commit securities fraud. He will be sentenced, scheduling pending for March 2024. And if that's not enough, Binance, which is the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange, their founder, CZ, which he pled guilty to money laundering violations, and the company has to pay a fine up to $4.3 billion. This guy is actually facing some potential jail time. He's actually not allowed to leave the US. Clearly, cryptocurrency news markets and these exchanges have been in some hot water, really have given cryptocurrency itself a bad name. You know, in 2023, there have been some winners, right? And towards the end of the year, I would say November, December, things started to take a turn for the better. Yes, the bear market was tough. All this news, negative sentiment, if you will. Now you could see things are a lot better, right? Things are actually in what I would call the sweet spot. The market's coming back up, right? And you can see the winners really towards the end of the year. Bitcoin, that was a big play for Bitcoin. You could see, we'll look at the all chart here, and we'll sort of do a zoom back here. You could see, you know, it went down as far as 16,000 just first day of the year, and we're at 45k, just skyrocketing back up. Good things to come. There is a potential ETF approval on the line. I would say the rarity factor with Bitcoin, the rewards will be halved. I would say another big winner of crypto in 2023 and going into 2024 was Solana. You could see Solana really got kicked in its teeth, right? Down $9. It went to $8 or $9. And now it's up to 112. I think we got up to 125 US dollars. So really, really impressive in terms of recovery on that. And when we're talking about Solana, we also want to talk about Honey Token, which is the token or the native token to the Hive Mapper product, which is the world's most rewarding dash cam. Think of Google Maps with our GPS and mapping system and street mapping capabilities. When you do Street View with Google Maps, you can see the map and have everything there. This is a direct competitor of a Google, and they're really empowering the people to map their systems out versus paying millions and millions of dollars and buying these cars and having to deal with that. It's sort of fun putting that back into the user's hands and then rewarding the user. So this is something that I actually invested in. I do have one of these. I won't get into the earnings on that, but it did quite well. The other winner in 2023 is Caspa Coin. It is GPU mineable and it is Asic mineable, and we saw really strong price raises on this thing. I think we toppled 15. Let's take a look at the ATH here. All-time high, over 15 cents, right? And I think we're still sort of in a nice upward trend. And myself this year, I purchased 2 Asic Miners. Now these things were super profitable to mine with in 2023. You can see here that we'll just, plonk here, $53.82 back in November of 2023. And actually this is in fact just about when I received my KS2. I also have a KS1. We'll take a look at that in a second. Clearly this profitability is tanked. It's sort of evening out, but it's at a downward trend, and that's simply because the network hash rate has been bonkers, quote unquote, from max voltage. But let's take a look at the KS1. I'll have to scroll down here just a bit, making $8 and roughly $9 a day after the cost of electricity. Back in 2023, that was making about $27 to $30 a day. And the other two that I will highlight is what I would call the Caspa forks, if you will, and these are GPU mineable projects. The first one being Pyron, which they are ASIC resistant but use the K-heavy hash as their algorithm, and I think potentially some changes in the works for them. But you could see really they came in right at the end of the year, so I'm going to claim this as a win also for 2023 when GPU mining was super profitable. I think my whole farm was making in the realm of $60 or $70 after the cost of electricity. Clearly that's gone down a bit, but it's actually held for the most part pretty steady. So impressive there. The other one which I would say is the OG of these two projects, which is Carlson Coin again, Asic resistance, sort of the idea behind that. But again, farm was making really upwards in the $60-$70, and that was short-lived. It was only for a day or two. Myself personally, I did mine to an exchange and just swapped that out into other various coins, really cashing out of this project, knowing that potentially it's not a long-term win. So I do want to wrap this video up and just really highlight that 2023, yes, it was a bumpy year. 2022 was, I would say, horrible, and we really laid a sort of a crappy map out for 2023. But markets are resilient. Customers are really, I think, us as users or customers or just people really trying to get financial freedom and think outside the box of traditional banking. I think the idea is, people are warming up a little bit more to the idea, and it's really speaking to some of the statistics that we've seen. And Bitcoin had a really good rally in 2023 towards the end of the year, up 152% over the year, which is quite tremendous. And I think we're heading into, the bull market. We'll see where it goes. But I'm excited. I am really still in this journey. I am full bore. My whole mining farm is up. I've been mining various coins. I'll do a video later on to show you what I am mining. But in 2023, I've been able to get a little bit of a bag of a few things, and I was able to turn my farm back on, which is a huge win for me personally. But I'm curious to see, guys, were you mining in 2023? Really want to know what your thoughts. If you made it to this point in the video, put 77 in the comments. I'm full steam ahead. I'm excited. We'll see where things land. With that, guys, be safe, be happy, keep mining. We'll see you soon.